Welcome to Ānanda Kids. Today I've got my helpers. We've got Teja and I've got Gyan. And today we're going to be working with some clay. Does anybody know what clay is?
Mud.
Mud? Yeah, it's from the earth. It's sand and water mixed together. Has anybody ever been to their river or a local dam or anything like that? If you ever go in nature and you're looking in the bottom of a riverbed, you'll find different forms of clay. So that's the natural form of clay. You can also buy it at your local pottery class. So this morning, we just want to talk you through creating one of the most basic techniques of clay, a pinch pot, which we've made just now, the three of us. And so we need very basic tools for this. We need clay, firstly, just a little bit. About as much as it can make a little ball in your hand is usually good. So just if you've got small hands, then take a little bit smaller clay. If you've got larger hands, you can have a little bit more. But you don't need very much. You definitely don't need high-tech tools to create these projects. A little dish of water, some sticks, kebab sticks to do some details, and a piece of cardboard as your palette. Good to use it on the palette because if you create your artwork with clay on a table, it can stick to the table. So you always want to use a piece of cardboard. If it sticks to the cardboard, that's fine because once it's dried, easy to come off. So we're going to start with the most basic technique. The first step, what do we do when we start clay? We what? We knead the clay. Kneading the clay means we want to get all the bubbles out of the clay. There's air bubbles in our clay sometimes. And if we let it dry with air bubbles, then it creates cracks in our clay. So the first thing, which is fun, we're all going to knead our clay. So start throwing the clay on the cardboard. That's it. Give it a good whack. You can just do this a few times. Helps to get the air bubbles out, and then once we've done that a few times, we can then give it a good knead in the hands. So squeeze it like you're kneading some dough. So give it a good squeeze, and then we're going to turn it into a ball of clay. That's right. Now, if at any time while you're playing with your clay gets dry, just your fingertips, not your whole hand, or you'll turn into mud. We just want dip our fingertips in. You need to dip yours in. Just the fingertips, that's it, if you need some. And then just gently wet your clay. You don't want too much, otherwise our clay turns to mud. So make a nice ball, make a ball out of your clay. That's it. And then you can kind of give it a turn. It doesn't have to be a perfect ball, but just roughly. And then we can get it ready to create a pinch pot. Okay, how's it looking? Let me see. Good. How's yours looking? Almost, you might need to dip it a little bit because it's got a few cracks on it there. All right, once you've made your ball, put it on your tray there. That's it. Put it on the tray. And then we're going to take our two thumbs. We're going to put our thumbs into the center. Is yours ready to go?
No.
Yeah, so you're going to put your two thumbs into the clay and you're going to press them in. Just halfway, about halfway, and you're going to start to pinch the pot so it opens. See what I'm doing? So I'm using my thumbs and my fingers just to pinch the clay to the sides. How's yours looking? That's it. Oh, so there's a few, if it starts to do those little cracking marks, dip your fingers in the clay and give it a smooth out. You want to keep the moisture in the clay while you're working with it. Otherwise, we'll end up with big cracks when it dries. So keep it going. Oh, you might need a little bit more water there because there's a few bigger cracks. So what I'm doing is I'm using my thumbs to smooth the pot out now. I'm using my fingers and my thumbs. So the whole technique is just pinching. Using my thumbs to pinch and squeeze and smooth it out. How's yours look? Well, it's looking good. So you can judge. You don't want to take your thumbs too low to the ground because then what will happen?
Crack.
We'll make a hole through the bottom. So we don't want a hole through the bottom. We want to make sure we've got a nice solid base still, about as thick as one of your own fingers. Okay? Keep smoothing it out. Turn and turn. You can use your fingers to sort of turn it around, make a nice, yeah, it's looking great. Oh, look. And so Gyan's made a more open pinch pot. So he's opened his up, flattened it out a little bit more. And Teja's made more of a cup looking pinch pot. So you can make all different size pinch pots. Just make sure that when you're playing with it, any cracks, dip your fingers and smooth your clay out. And then once you've made it, you've made your pinch pot, you can also take your kebab stick and you can do some designs on it. So you can use it on the tray if you want to, and you might like to, you know, draw some little designs all the way around. You can, any kind of patterns, you might like to do some patterns around the rim. So you can design anything you like into your pinch pot. You might want to draw on the inside. And there you have. We have our pinch pot. Now hold yours up. Hold it up.
Still working.
You're still working. Well, thank you. So have fun making your pinch pot. Now this will take about 48 hours to dry. It is clay, and so it's mud. So if you want it to be used as a vessel that has water in it, then you do need to fire it. So you'd have to take it to your local pottery place. Or you can just keep it as a little trinket tray. We like to hold seeds, collect seeds from the garden, or a little shell collector, or some jewelry. And in that case, you can just paint it up once it's dry and you're ready to go. You've got your pinch pot. Thank you. 1, 2, 3. Ānanda Kids!